guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. So I have a question for you. Is your makeup expired? Think about it. Think about all the makeup you have. How long have you had it? Have you had it for a week, 2 weeks, 6 months? This is a very crucial thing that you really want to pay attention to. So this video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and pointers on how to, keep your makeup nice and sanitized, and also when you should throw away your makeup. So I'm not really going to be doing any kind of demonstrations. It's just going to pretty much be me talking. This earring is getting on my nerves. Whew, hurts. Okay, so we're going to start off with the face first. Foundation. Foundation has a life of about 6 to 12 months. Now, I have noticed that high-end foundations do last a little bit longer. If you're someone like me who collects foundation, you probably have a nice selection. And let's be honest, some foundations I don't use the same foundation every single day. So for that whole 6 to 12 month thing can be kind of tricky. Now, if you're someone that has foundation and you use a foundation every day, or you kind of go in between two, then you might want to kind of look at it. Like I said, I feel like high-end foundations last way longer than drugstore, but for some good ways to tell if your foundation is expired, look at it. Always shake up your foundation, especially if you have more of like a serum type foundation. You want to shake it up. When you're looking at your foundation, if it goes on, when you're putting it on, you're applying it, and it goes on kind of streaky, that can be a good indication that it is expired. So if you feel like it's going on kind of streaky, switch it with, try using a different brush or a beauty blender, and if it's still going on streaky, you might want to throw that away. Another indication is you can look at your foundation in the bottle. You can't, this is brand new, but you can't even see through it. But you can look at it, and if the foundation is kind of separating in a bottle, do not put that on your face. That is not good. That means you need to toss it. Also, another way that you can tell, sorry, I have a text message. Also, another way you can tell that your foundation is expired is if all of the oil is floating around to the top. That is not a good sign. Now, occasionally you will see a little bit of oil, but if a bunch of it just kind of floating around on the top and the base of the foundation, like the colors at the bottom, throw that out. So that is a good way to tell if your foundation is expired or not. If I keep looking down, I just have a couple of notes here. I made like a bulletin so that way I don't want to forget anything, because this is very, very useful information. I want everyone to have good makeup, and I don't want anyone to get any skin irritation or any kind of pink eye because their makeup is expired. Alright, so something else about liquid foundations. Once you open it, because I know I do have a few liquid foundations that I have not opened. Anything that has not been opened is fine because the air has not hit it. But once you open foundation and the air hits it, now it's going to begin to oxidize. Oxidize just means that the color, it might start changing color. So think about if you have a foundation and you're using it every single day, air is hitting it. So after a while, it's about 6 to 12 months, that foundation is no longer going to be any good. Another good way to keep your foundation bacteria free, do not dip your fingers in it, because your fingers have all sorts of oil. So think about it, you're putting your finger in your foundation, putting it on your face, and inserting it back into the foundation. It's going to get bacteria. Same thing, don't take a brush and dip it inside of your foundation either, because let's be honest, my client brushes, I clean all the time, non-stop. My own brushes here, I probably don't clean them as much as I should. So let's say I haven't cleaned this brush and I'm opening up my foundation here and I'm dipping it in there. Dirty brush, foundation, you're just stirring up way more bacteria. So just put your foundation on the back of your hand so that way you're not getting all sorts of gross, gunky stuff in there. Moving on to powder, face powders. So this is anything that's like in a compact. So face powders, blush, eyeshadow, anything that's powder, that can last 2+ years, just depending on if you're wetting it. If you're wetting it with water or Fix Plus, that's definitely going to change it. I know for some eyeshadows, just to kind of get more of a metallic look, you can wet them. But keep in mind, once water hits it, it's changing the formulation of it. And anytime something is a liquid, you have more chance of getting the bacteria in there. So if you're not wetting it or anything like that, it's fine. A good indication to tell that a powder is old or not good. I know I don't have any face powder up here, but I know for like my compacts with my powders, I have oily skin. So after a while, you take a brush, you put it in there, put it on your skin. Sometimes the oil will start to build up on the powder. After a while, I'll see like these little darker dots on my foundation. To me, once I start seeing that, I toss it, because that just lets me know that there's oil in my compact now, and it's not good to just put more oil from it back on my face, and it's been sitting there. So that is a good indication that your powder may be old. Another good thing is if you're putting it on and you're finding that it's kind of going on chalky or very hard to blend, that means it might be expired. Or if it's crumbling. If it's crumbling, don't even waste your time. Throw that bad boy out. Moving on to mascaras and liquid liners. Okay, so mascaras and liquid liner. These can last a good 2 to 3 months. Mascara is something that I use every single day, so I probably go through one mascara a month. So I'm never getting any kind of crazy bacteria with my mascara. A good indication that your mascara might be kind of gross is if it's super clumpy. Now, I feel like if you've had it for a month and it's getting kind of clumpy, that's okay. You can just kind of put like eye drops in there, and that'll kind of loosen it up and you can still use it. But once you start hitting that 2 to 3 month mark, if your mascara is very clumpy or dried out, throw it away. It's no good. Buy some more. Also, don't share mascara, because of course the eye bacteria, you can get pink eye and other eye infections. You don't want to mess with that. And something else that's not good for mascara is, I see a lot of people, they'll open it and then right here I don't want to do it because I don't want to get any air in there, but they'll pump it back and forth like that. When you're pumping the mascara like that, you are actually allowing air to come in and out, and that it can also make it gross, and you can get bacteria in there as well. So just, take it out, put it on your lashes, and then put it back in. Don't pump it. And then the same rules are also going to apply for the liquid liner. If it's dried out, if it's clumpy, don't pump it. Otherwise, you'll get that gross bacteria, and don't share. I'm not really into sharing my mascaras and liquid liners. I don't like doing that because there's really no way to sanitize them. But when you move on to pencil eyeliner and lip liner, that is a little bit of a different story. Okay, these can go for 2 years plus. The reason being is these are super easy to sanitize. So it's good to sharpen your pencil every single time. I don't do that. I know I should. I always do it for my clients, always resharpen. But when you sharpen with the pencil liners, it gets away the old gross bacteria that's up there. Also, clean your pencil sharpener with alcohol. That's another way to sanitize it. So sharpen your pencils and make sure you're cleaning them with alcohol. That is a great way to preserve them for a long time. And then a few other things. We already hit eyeshadows, lipstick and lip gloss. Okay, lipstick and lip gloss can go 2 years plus. I feel like lipstick can go longer than lip gloss. I know for me personally, a good way that I can tell that a lip gloss is bad is the smell. And I threw out like 6 of my Maybelline lip gloss. Once I thought about it, I had them for probably 3 years, and I don't even know why I was holding on to them. I think because they were just pretty on my vanity. But lip gloss, after a while, it will start to have a little bit of a stench to it, and you're like, I don't want to smell that. It smells terrible. Also, another good indication is if it's drying out. Most lipsticks go on really smooth, especially if you're using one that's not matte. So if it's going on kind of clumpy or crumbling down, that's a good indication that that lipstick is old. Now, believe it or not, lipsticks that are long lasting, those for some reason tend to expire a little bit quicker versus a normal lipstick, because the lipsticks that are long lasting, they actually have different ingredients in them. So therefore, if you have more like a stain or a liquid lipstick that stays on all day long, I would probably keep those for probably about 6 months to a year, just simply because they're formulated differently. So that pretty much sums up the is your makeup expired. I really hope that this was good information. I hope that this was helpful for you. Go through your makeup, check it out, make sure that everything is good to go, because like I said, I would hate for you guys to get some crazy skin irritation or eye funky something in there because your makeup is expired. Also, a good way to keep your makeup nice and clean is to make sure you're cleaning your brushes, because if you are dipping dirty brushes in your compacts, the shadows, or whatever you're using, it can make them gross. I mean, it'll be nasty. That's just what it is. So make sure you're cleaning them. There are tons of brush cleansers out there. They can get a little expensive, but what I do is I don't have that. Stop it, Caesar. Bye. Stop. He's chewing on the comforter. What I like to do is I'll get like a little bottle and I'll put 90% rubbing alcohol, baby shampoo, and a little bit of argan oil and shake it up, and that's how I clean my brushes. So you can do that, or you can just go ahead and purchase your own brush cleaner. So that's going to go ahead and sum up this video. Like I said, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if this is helpful for you. Please subscribe, please like, please leave your comments. Don't leave me anything mean, because you know I don't like that. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video.